I guess that's all locked up tight now, as it should be. Hiya there, Jodie.
Oh, hi, Sam.
Well, everything's all safe down here. Let's go upstairs. Need a hand with him? Is he too heavy?
No, I can manage fine, thank you.
Well, on our way to the children's department once again. Okay, it's clear. The customers have all gone home now.
Hocus pocus, Alan, go
special. It's for everyone. Today's special. Come join in the fun. With magic everywhere.
A world for us to share.
And friendly faces hoping that you want to meet us there. For today's special. It's about to appear. It's about to appear. Today's special. Shout it loud and clear. Today's special.
Today's special is bedtime.
Night is fading, almost gone. Oh, pretty soon it will be dawn. When the moon and stars have fled, that's the time I go to bed. Oh, well, I'll go there when I find my doll. Oh, perhaps I left her in the hall. Oh, here's the doll I'm looking for, right here beside my door. Oh, I hope you've started counting sheep, because it's time for you and me to go to sleep. Many people work and play while the sun shines through the day, but I work and play throughout the night, and then sleep while the sun shines bright. And that's the reason I appear in this nightgown you see here. Well, I've done the things that Jodie said I should before I go to bed. I've brushed my teeth and washed my face. My clothes and toys are in their place. I've done all that is required. Oh, too bad that I don't feel tired.
Well, that finishes it, Jeff. Oh, thank you.
Don't mention it, Jodie.
Oh, my gosh. It's almost time to go home. It's hard to believe another night is done. Boy. When night is done and all my work's completed, it's great to greet the morning sun.
All the evening shadows have retreated before the morning light.
When night is done, the world seems newer.
When night is done, your worries fewer. When night is done, the day seems pure. It's great to greet the sun. When night is done, we'll greet the sun. When night is done.
When night is done, I can say it proudly. It's good to know I've done my best. A little voice will whisper not too loudly, relax, it's time to rest.
When night is done,
The world seems newer.
when night is done, your worries fewer.
When
Night is done, the day seems pure.
It's great to greet the sun. When night is done, we'll greet the sun. When night is done, we'll greet the sun. When night is done, it's great to greet the sun. When night is done.
Well, Sam, are you just about ready to go home?
Oh yeah, I just want to do one final check on TXL, and I'll meet you back here. We can take the bus home together.
Alrighty. See you in a few minutes, Sam.
Good night, Jeff.
Good night, Sam.
And Jeff, you better get ready to go downstairs. We wouldn't want the day staff to arrive and find you up here.
Jodie, can't I stay upstairs at least until you and Sam are ready to go?
Well, sure. In fact, if you were to check the sports department for me, then I could look around here and make sure we haven't left anything.
Be glad to. What?
Oh, Jeff, don't be too long.
Okay.
Now that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Little Goosey goes to gander. And 1, 2, Maisie the crazy daisy.
Evening, Mrs. Pennypacker.
Oh, Samuel. Oh, what a surprise.
Just about finished your stock taking, I see.
Oh, yes, but I just have one more box to go.
This. And you Waddles the duck, huh?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see now. Look at that. Quack, quack, quack. That Waddles. Well,
Would you like to borrow it?
No, I have to be getting back to my rounds. I'll see you around, Mrs. Pennypacker. Waddles, quack, quack.
Waddles the duck. Frankly, I prefer Chucky Chicken myself.
I wonder where Jeff is. Oh, hi, Muffy. You haven't seen... Muffy, what are you still doing up? It's way past your bedtime. Is there something wrong?
Well, everything would be hunky-dory if I could have a bedtime story.
Oh, Muffy, I don't know. It's awfully late.
Oh, please, just one, and then off I'll run.
Well, okay. But just a short one. Let's see. I'll tell you the story of the teeny tiny mouse. Okay? Once upon a time, there was a teeny tiny mouse, and she lived in a teeny tiny house right in the middle of a teeny tiny village. Now, one day, the teeny tiny mouse put on her teeny tiny coat and decided to go for a teeny tiny walk. Well, the teeny tiny mouse had only walked a teeny tiny way when she began to feel a teeny tiny bit hungry. So the teeny tiny mouse walked back to her teeny tiny house so she could make a teeny tiny snack. But when she got there, she decided it was a teeny tiny bit too early for a teeny tiny snack. So she decided to have a teeny tiny nap first. So the teeny tiny mouse climbed up her teeny tiny stairs to her teeny tiny bedroom. She lay down on her teeny tiny bed and she fell asleep. But when the teeny tiny mouse had only been asleep a teeny tiny time, she was awakened by a teeny tiny voice that said, "Give me food." Now, the teeny tiny mouse didn't recognize the voice, so she hid under her teeny tiny blankets and went back to sleep. But when the teeny tiny mouse had only been asleep a teeny tiny time, she was awakened again by the teeny tiny voice, which said a teeny tiny bit louder this time, "Give me food." Well, the teeny tiny mouse still didn't recognize the voice, so she hid her teeny tiny head even further under her teeny tiny blankets and went back to sleep. But after a teeny tiny time, she was awakened again by the teeny tiny voice that said quite loudly, "Give me food." Well, then the teeny tiny mouse realized that the teeny tiny voice belonged to her own teeny tiny stomach. So the teeny tiny mouse said to her teeny tiny self, "I think I'll make myself a teeny tiny snack." So the teeny tiny mouse went down her teeny tiny stairs to her teeny tiny kitchen. She looked inside her teeny tiny fridge and saw that she had just enough to make a teeny tiny sandwich. Okay, Muffy. Now, what kind of teeny tiny sandwich do you think the teeny tiny mouse made for her teeny tiny snack?
Oh, teeny tiny peanut butter and strawberry jam.
No.
Oh, let's see. Cheese and ham? Bacon, tomato, and lettuce leaf?
No.
Oh, I've got it. Roast beef. Turkey breast?
Nope.
Chicken leg? No. Salmon salad? Tuna?
No.
Egg?
No.
Oh, bologna?
No.
Meatball? Oh, submarine?
No.
Salami? Pastrami?
No.
Onion and sardine?
Ooh, no.
Oh, any kind of luncheon meat? Oh, I give up. What did she eat?
The teeny tiny mouse made herself a teeny tiny snack of a teeny tiny tickle sandwich.
Oh, that's one I would not have guessed. But, I think I like it the best.
Okay, Muffy. I think we just got time for a nice hug and a kiss before you go to bed.
Oh, Oh.
Good night, Muffy.
Okay. I just about forgot. I'm sorry. Thanks for my bedtime story.
You're welcome, Muff.
I love the way that story goes, and it surprised me, goodness knows. I laughed so hard I was almost weepy. Perhaps that's why I'm still not sleepy. Wide awake is what I am. I think I'll go and visit Sam.
All right, TXL. There you go. Now, spick and span for tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Crenshaw.
You're very welcome. Now I just want to finish off these counters, and it'll be it until tomorrow. Oh! Sorry, Muffy. I didn't see you come in there. Muffy, what are you doing up here? It's way past your bedtime.
Perhaps there's something here she wants, Mr. Crenshaw.
Is that it, Muffy? Do you need something? Soap or toothbrush or something like that?
No. Bedtime story's all I need, and then I'll be off at double speed.
Oh, come in.
Oh, excuse me, Samuel. I just wanted to say goodnight to you and to you too, Muffy. Muffy, are you still up?
Yeah, she's on her way, Mrs. Pennypacker. I was just about to tell her a bedtime story.
Oh, a story. How marvelous. May I listen too?
Oh, certainly you can.
I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, I can hardly wait as well. Oh, Sam, what story will you tell?
Well, let me think about this now. I know. This is a very old story, and it's called The Shoemaker and the Elves. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there lived a poor shoemaker and his wife. And here it is, dear wife. Our last piece of leather. Just enough for one pair of shoes.
Oh, I do hope someone buys them, or else we're going to have to sell the shop and move away forever.
There, my little strudel. Don't get upset. Everything will work out for the best. Come on, why don't we go to bed now, and tomorrow we'll start to work.
Oh, you're right.
Sure. No need to worry. But the next morning... it's a fine morning. Just right for stitching up a pair of bumbling banana bread.
Samuel, they're marvelous, but when did you make them?
Well, I didn't. I've never seen these shoes before.
If you didn't make... I didn't make
Well,
them.
I certainly didn't make
Well,
them.
then if
I
you
know
didn't
I
know,
made...
who made...
Oh,
shh.
Good day, milady. Good day.
Good morning, shoemaker. I'm looking for a pair of loafers.
Ah, well, my brothers will be back next week. Just a small joke. Well, the only ones I have left are these shoes here, milady.
But they're perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
Now, will this be enough?
Oh. Yes, milady. More than enough.
Well, enough.
Thank you very much, my
Good
dear.
day.
Thank you. Look, my little strudel. Enough coins to buy 2 pieces of leather. Let's go and get them right away, shall we?
But I wonder who does her wig. Let's go.
So the shoemaker bought some more leather. And that night, he left it on the workbench, as he had the night before. The next morning...
Samuel, look.
Great thunder and buffalo! It's happened again, my little cupcake.
It's perplexing.
It is indeed. I don't know what... What? Oh, all right. Good morning, my lady.
Yes, good morning, shoemaker. I'm looking for some sneakers.
Well, as I told you last time, my brothers will be back next week.
No. The only shoes we have are these, milady.
But they're perfect.
Oh.
They're perfect.
Oh.
Now,
They're perfect.
will this be enough?
Yes, milady. More than enough. Thank you.
Good
Thank
day.
you, milady. Good day. Look, my little strudel. Enough money for 4 pieces of leather.
4 pieces of leather.
Come along, then.
Let's go.
My, this is good luck indeed. And every night, the same thing happened. The shoemaker left the pieces of leather on the workbench, and the next morning, they were made into beautiful shoes. The poor shoemaker and his wife became very rich. One night, he and his wife decided to hide so they could see who'd been helping them. And just after midnight, they couldn't believe their eyes.
Tap, 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 and rap, 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 poor little elves are we. Tap, 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 and rap, 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 working merrily. Tap, 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 and rap, 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 we pass the time together. Hammering all through the night to make fine shoes of leather. Hammering all through the night to make fine shoes of leather. Yeah!
Look at those shoes.
My, tumbling tuna fish. Our helpers are 2 little elves.
I know, but did you see how shabbily they were dressed? And after all they've done for us, I think we should make them some new outfits.
That's a wonderful idea, and I'll make them some new shoes. If I can remember how, that is.
Let's get started right away.
Yes, let's do that. And the next night...
It's time to work, my sister elf.
Well, the leather must be on the shelf.
Oh, but look, what do my 2 eyes see?
Oh, new shoes and clothes for you and me.
Oh, the shoemaker thanks us with such charity.
Oh, from now on, they shall have prosperity.
Oh, did you hear that, my little latka? We're gonna be rich! Good evening, my lady.
Yes, good evening. I'm so glad you're still open. I do need to find 2 heels.
Milady, I've already told you. My brothers will be back next week. That's right. And from that day on, they lived happily ever after.
Oh, thank you, Samuel. That was marvelous. Perhaps tomorrow night you could read us something from Waddles the Duck.
Yeah, well, maybe possibly, yes.
Oh, well, in any case, I enjoyed your story very much. So good night, and good night to you too, Muffy. Now, don't stay up too late.
No.
All right, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mrs. Pennypacker. Well, she's right, Muffy. It is time for you to go to bed now.
Oh, I'll be off like a lightning bug after a goodnight kiss and hug.
All right. There you go. You happy now?
Oh, I'm very happy. Yes, I am. Thank you for my story, Sam.
You're very welcome, Muffy. Sweet dreams. All righty. All right, now. There's that feather duster. All right, I better get... Bumbling barnacles. How did that get there?
When the shoemaker left 1 piece of leather on his workbench, the elves made 1 pair of shoes. When he left 2 pieces of leather, the elves made 2 pairs of shoes. Now it's almost time for the elves to come again. How many pairs of shoes will they make tonight? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pairs of shoes. If you figured that out, way to go.
Gee, wonder where Jodie is. There. Well, I guess if anyone in the day staff comes in, I'll just act like a mannequin.
Oh, gee. Why is Jeff as still as that? He hasn't lost his magic hat.
Oh, I was just practicing in case... Muffy, You're still up. It's way past your bedtime, Muff.
Well, going to bed isn't easy to do without a bedtime story from you.
Have you washed your face and brushed your teeth? Well, okay, but I don't know many bedtime stories, Muffy.
Well, I've heard Teeny Tiny, and the one about the elves. Hey, why don't we make up a story ourselves?
Okay. Sure, why not? I'll start. Once upon a time, in the middle of a park, there stood a statue of a dancer. People would pass it every day. Occasionally, someone might sprinkle some breadcrumbs at its feet for the pigeons. But no one really paid any attention to it. No one, that is, except for a little mouse. Your turn, Muffy.
Well, the little mouse was a dancer, too. So poor, she only had one shoe. She came to the statue each night to eat the crumbs that the pigeons left at his feet. She had no money, which wasn't very nice, 'cause no one was hiring dancing mice. She'd keep in practice by waiting till dark, then dancing round the statue in the park. Jeff, okay, take it away.
Well, the little mouse knew something no one else knew. And at night, when the park was empty, she'd climb up the statue and whisper a magic spell in its ear. Something like hocus pocus alamagocus. And the statue would come to life. Well, then the statue and the mouse would dance together in the moonlight. One night, they had just finished dancing when suddenly they heard a cough. Someone had been watching them.
And who should step from the shadowy shades but the director of the Mousecapades? He'd searched all day from house to house, trying to find a dancing mouse. Exhausted from searching, he'd fallen asleep and woke up to witness the mouse in mid-leap. He'd liked what he'd seen, liked it a lot, and he hired that mouse right on the spot.
The little mouse was an instant hit, and soon she was the star of the show. She became rich and famous and was known the whole world over.
Her house, oh, too small, I beg your pardon. Her mansion had a lovely garden. And just as soon as she had a minute, she bought the statue and put him in it. And though she was busy most of the days, with 6 evening shows and 2 matinees, she'd visit the statue at every chance. And there, in the light of the moon, they'd dance. Okay, Muffy. Bedtime.
Jeff, there you are. I've been looking... Muffy, what are you still doing up?
Oh, it's not her fault, Jodie. You see, I was telling her a bedtime story.
Wait a second, Jeff. You told her a bedtime story?
That's right.
I told her a bedtime story, too.
Yeah, and so did I.
Oh.
Muffy.
Oh, well, I guess I played a little trick. But I'll go to bed now double quick. The stories that I had were fun. Oh, thanks a lot, everyone.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Sweet dreams.
Oh, speaking of double quick, Jeff, we better get you downstairs.
Yeah, the others will be here any minute now, Jeff.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Ready.
Muffy's heard a lot of bedtime stories tonight, hasn't she? Can you remember what bedtime story Jodie told her? Oh, yes. It was about the teeny tiny mouse and her tickled sandwich, wasn't it? Now, can you remember Sam's bedtime story? Oh, that's right. It was about the shoemaker and the elves. And what was Jeff's bedtime story about? Of course, the statue and the mouse who danced. I think Muffy enjoyed all those stories. Don't you?
And now I'd like to introduce a nursery rhyme by Mother Goose.
To bed, says Sleepyhead. Tarry a while, says Slow. Put on the pan, says Greedy Nan. We'll sup before we go.
Hey, that sounds like good advice. Gee, a little something would be nice. Now, what would please this bedtime snacker? Oh, a bit of cheese and one small cracker. Yeah.
When night is done,
World seems newer.
when night is done, your worries fewer.
When night is done, the day seems pure.
It's great to greet the sun when night is done. We'll greet the sun when night is done. We'll greet the sun when night is done. It's great to greet the sun when night is done.
Well, good night, Jeff.
And have a good rest, Jeff.
Okay, see you later, Sam. How do you want me, Jodie?
Perfect.
Looks pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he does, Sam.
Well, off we go. Home again.
Can you believe that, Muffy?
Boy, she tricked us this evening, didn't she?
Oh, I'll say.
Yep.
But she liked our bedtime stories.
Yep. I got one for her tomorrow night I know she's gonna love.
Oh, really? What is it?
Well, it's called, Waddles Meets a Moo Cow.
Oh, no. Don't tell me you're a Waddles the Duck fan, too.
Yeah, sure am. Yeah, I've always liked Waddles.